Hello and welcome back to Mayday Media. I've got another one for you. This one is called AI Data Centers or Holographic Supercomputers, Operation BLUEBEAM. And I've got some evidence to suggest that these are really going to be used for nefarious activities with this fake alien invasion. Okay, it's just that simple. The world's largest data center in Box Elder County, Utah, a massive 40,000, 62-mile hypersonic data center. The largest in the world, is being processed in Box Elder County, backed by Canadian billionaire Kevin O'Leary. The project is being fast-tracked by Utah's Military Installation Development Authority with the support of Governor Spencer Cox, while completely bypassing public input and transparency. Utah, get ready for a projected 50% spike in CO2 emissions, strained and polluted water sources, and constant 24/7 noise. And that's exactly all you're going to get. Here's how this data center generators start up in the morning in Florida. Notice the constant stream of heavy black smoke. Let's listen to this. Remember, just a couple of years ago, when using electricity and diesel caused climate change, now data centers use much more power as cities, and it's no problem. Isn't that something, how it's no problem? Now, when something they want. Zuckerberg built a massive data center in Georgia, just hundreds of yards from people's homes. Water pressure collapse, sinks don't run, toilets won't fill, homes shake nonstop, power outages are common. A billionaire gets his servers, working families get steamrolled. Yeah. Again, and this is just constant fuck you, and the people, the armed motherfuckers of this country, I mean, are the biggest pussy fucking cucks you could ever imagine. I mean, they can't even get to their city council meetings and recall these fucking people. They're supposed to say recall, we're recalling you, I'm taking over, you're unfit for position, you're not listening to the fucking people that pay your goddamn bills, get the fuck out, you're fired, you're recalled. This is what you're supposed to do in society when these fucking people do not do what you're told. You have a recall on them. Amazon agrees to pay $20.5 million to settle allegations that data centers in Monroe County, Oregon contributed to contaminating groundwater with nitrate pollution in the agricultural community. Here's what happens. Amazon uses huge volumes of water to cool its data centers. Because the data centers use water that has nitrates in it from the area, water evaporates during the cooling process. What's left is highly concentrated nitrate water. That highly concentrated nitrate water then goes back out over the farmland, seeping back into the groundwater. Now imagine this nationwide on a massive scale due to thousands of data centers. Unreal. This is being framed as entirely the fault of Amazon and their data centers, even though this was an issue long before AI, as reported back in 2022. Kevin O'Leary's massive data center was approved by a county commission in Utah last night. At 40,000 acres, it would be 2.5 times the size of Manhattan. The commission approved the proposal despite opposition from hundreds of locals. Let's hear the... They should be saying recall, 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 recall. That's what they're supposed to be saying. Remember that always. This isn't going to do nothing. When you start calling for recalls and hand counts, that's when those motherfuckers will start doing their job. That's when they're going to start getting scared, because they realize that you have learned how to read and how to get rid of people that are voted in. And you have to recall them. You have to have a hand count to do it. It's kind of like a citizen's arrest, right? You have to have like 2/3 of the hand count, and then you can make a citizen's arrest on somebody. An Illinois city just approved 14 data centers after hearing 6 straight hours of people begging them not to. Just approved 4. I live in Illinois. Residents packed the city council meeting to oppose the project. Public comment went on for hours. In the end, officials unanimously voted yes. Yeah, AI data centers are out, and we the people have spoken. Imperial Valley residents runs data center development out of county meeting. Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do right here. Get the fuck out. Recall. You got to start saying recall, recall. We're going to recall you, mayor. We're going to recall the city manager. We're going to recall everybody, the police chief, the fucking sheriff, the fucking judges. I mean, it's just you start recalling and taking those fucking positions, and then you can have these motherfuckers arrested. Once you take that position and you're in that position now, you can order the sheriff to arrest that motherfucker immediately on whatever grounds you can get him arrested on. Not leaving the area, not leaving the county, and just make it hell on earth. Go right to the news, report it, have a story done. You're the fucking mayor now. You're in charge. That's just the way it is. And this is what you got to start doing, because if not, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, as a almost 50-year-old white man, I mean, I treated like fucking shit in my own country for a long fucking time. I'm tired of it. I'm wanting to leave and get the fuck out of here. And the younger whites and Asian guys that pay for all this shit and do all that, they're fucking tired too. They're tired of this shit. I'd rather see them get their guns on their back and take care of you that way. But unfortunately, the boomers and the older generation will call you racist or, oh, just go along. I want my pension. The only thing these fuckers ever give a shit about is a pension. Don't give a fuck about nothing else. And then whenever you try to do something, well, you're weird. It makes no fucking sense. And until people start really, I mean, getting their guns on their back or start recalling these motherfuckers, it ain't going to change. It's just going to get worse. And I'm personally so poor and demoralized from my life that, I mean, I'm just to the point, I don't care. I just want to leave the country and get out of this fucker, because I know where it's going. It's going to a fourth world. And a fourth world is everything the third world is times 10, and then add in genetically modified organisms. I mean, you're going to have shit looking like from an alien planet growing. You're going to have humans with like one large arm and one little short arm and a fucking weird looking little head. And I'm wanting to get the fuck out. I can just see where it's going. 20 years ago, I could see where it was going, and I was right. And now I'm saying I know where it's going now, and I'm probably going to be right again. And I don't know, man. Do what you think you got to do. Now here on ChatGPT, as you can see, here's what I said. Could data centers be used for holographic technology on a massive scale? Yes, data centers could absolutely be part of a large holographic system, but as the computational brain and distribution layer rather than the holograms themselves. Well, that's the most important part. The biggest challenge with true holographic technology isn't just projection hardware, it's the enormous amount of real-time computation and data movement required. Yeah, you mean like a data center would give you? The projection shit ain't nothing. They're doing this shit in China and India. Most Americans don't even know that this shit exists. It's unbelievable how stupid fucking Americans are. Anyway, why holography needs massive computing power. A realist hologram is far more demanding than normal videos. To create a convincing 3D holographic scene, systems may need the lightweight interference patterns, depth information, multiple viewing angles simultaneously, real-time physics and lighting, eye tracking and perspective correction, volumetric rendering, compression, decompression of massive data. A single high-quality dynamic hologram could involve terabytes of data per second before compression. That's where data centers become useful. Yeah. What role do data centers play? Large data centers could handle a real-time holographic rendering. Instead of every device computing holograms locally, centralized GPU clusters could render scenes remotely. This is similar to cloud gaming, AI inference, remote rendering for movies, VFX. The holographic displays would act more like streaming client. 2. AI-generated holographic environments. Modern holography will likely depend heavily on AI, generating 3D people, reconstructing spaces from cameras, prediction motion, compressing volumetric data. Data centers already specialize in this type of GPU-heavy AI workload. This is what they're doing. I'm telling you guys, this is what these data centers are for. That's why they're pushing them. They know everything they need to know as far as your county, holidays, time of the year, sales, and all that stuff. This is going further. This is going to be for Project Bluebeam, probably around 2028 is when they'll have all this shit going. Maybe by 2030. You hear all this shit about aliens. I don't believe in any of this fucking shit. It's all government. But, you know, a lot of people will fall for anything. When I was young, I used to watch X-Files, you know, like when I was a teenager. And I thought they were real then. But, you know, after you get older, you realize it's just, you know, government, military planes and shit, that all it is. Most of that stuff was drones they were using back in the 70s and all that shit. Drones have been around for a long time. The first drone was in like the 40s. Jack Kennedy died on the program. That was the first drone. You have to look that story up. Volumetric movies, digital twins of cities, scanned humans, objects, immersed simulations. Data centers already manage exabyte scale storage systems. The bottlenecks, the real constraints are not just computing. Bandwidth, streaming high-fidelity holograms could dwarf today's video traffic. Even modern internet infrastructure would struggle with multi-angle light field streaming, real-time volumetric video, synchronized spatial rendering. Holograms become uncomfortable and realistic if latency is too high. For convincing interaction, you may need under 10 ms responsiveness, edge data centers close to users. This is currently the weakest link. True free space hologram like science fiction are still limited. Currently systems are mostly volumetric displays, light field displays, AR headsets, projection illusions, transparent OLED systems. The computational side is progressing faster than the display side. What massive scale could realistically look like? In the next few decades, you could plausibly see holographic conference rooms, city-scale advertising displays, remote holographic classrooms, industrial digital twins, military and aerospace simulation-grade live holographic entertainment, AI holographic assistants. Yeah, well, basically, like I said, everything that these holographic projections are going to need is going to be in that data center. And I mean, they're already doing this shit in other countries like India, China. It's like they're keeping this information from America. I don't know. But there it is. ChatGPT pretty much says, yeah, data centers could absolutely be part of a large-scale holographic system. I mean, yeah, really. I think I figured it out. I think that's the other nefarious thing that they're doing with it. And then I think the third thing is just nickel and diming you to death. Collecting data, nickel and diming you, making you poor, and then they're going to pull off a fake alien invasion after it's all said and done. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go, guys. Like and subscribe if you like this information. Help me out a little bit. Again, you know, comment, you know, let me know. Do you think it's, you know, you think maybe I'm onto something? Anyway, thank you.